Private members' business, item number 933, standing in the name of Mr Buttigieg, relating to an order for papers regarding bushfire reports by Noetic.
Your Honourable Mark Buttigieg.
Deputy President, I move item number 933, standing in my name. Mr President, all members will recall vividly the fire events of the 2019-2020 bushfire season. In short form.
Yeah, we'll deal with that part first.
Move it in short form.
Yeah. The Honourable Mark Buttigieg seeks to move item number 933 in short form. The question, all those in favour, please say aye. Those contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Mark.
Deputy President, all members will recall vividly the fire events...
sorry, can you now move?
I move that the motion.
Yeah.
All members will recall vividly the fire events of the 2019-20 bushfire season. Lives and homes were lost, and these events would have been much worse without the professional and volunteer firefighters that worked hard day and night to keep our community safe. We have all seen the footage of fire trucks overrun by fire and witnessed the professionalism and training of firefighters who saved lives. We have seen the blasted moonscapes left behind by these fires and the rubble that used to be people's homes and communities' buildings. We owe our firefighters a debt of gratitude, and it is our job to make sure that they are given the best equipment and logistical support to fulfil their demanding and risky jobs. At their best, professional and volunteer firefighters exemplify our values against the odds in extreme weather and catastrophic fires. Sadly, the 2019 and 2020 fires were preceded by other fires with equally devastating effects for communities. Before the fire events of last summer, we had the Tathra fire of 2018. During this fire, some members of our community were badly let down, not by the firefighters who were employed to serve them, but by the structures and the systems in place. These failed. As a consequence of that failure, at least 69 homes were destroyed and more were damaged. The report into the Bega Valley bushfire, conducted by former Australian Police Commissioner Keelty into how these fires were so badly handled, considered a range of issues, going into things like the performance benchmarks you can expect from a professional firefighting agency as opposed to a volunteer agency, the variety of different communication systems required, and several other associated issues to do with equipment. Mr President, essentially there were 26 recommendations coming out of that inquiry, and the Board of Commissioners then commissioned another body, a company called Noetic, to give an opinion on those recommendations. We haven't heard from the report. We know it exists because the Secretary of the Fire Brigades Union, Leighton Drury, had been consulted on that, as were other members of RFS, we understand. The report disappeared without a trace. No one knows where it is, and no one knows what the government's going to do with it. So what we're asking for in this SO52 is simply that that report be produced so that we can see whether or not the recommendations coming out of the Tathra inquiry are going to be implicated and what the implications of them are, and whether or not we're going to get those communication systems that we so desperately need to avoid those incidences happening again. And most importantly, we have a concern that there was an implication coming out of that inquiry that the call centres would be what they call civilianised, in other words, privatised and outsourced, so that instead of getting the professional firefighters and firefighting infrastructure people to do those sort of calls and monitoring, it would be civilianised, outsourced and privatised. Now, we can't make an objective judgment on that until we see the actual report. And that's why we're asking for this report to be produced. So I therefore commend the SO52 to the House and ask that those papers be produced.
The government whip, I think.
Thank you. We've just heard from the opposition whip about the significant role that our firefighters have undertaken, particularly in our last 12 months of our bushfires here in New South Wales. The government will not be opposing the call for papers, but I do want to place on the record that this SO52 is asking for all research, briefings, reports and reviews in relation and all correspondence, as well as all research, briefing and reports. It's not just about our report, it's a copious amounts of work that we're expecting our Resilient New South Wales Rural Fire Service, New South Wales State Emergency Service, as well as Fire and Rescue New South Wales to respond to, which is copious amounts of work that we're asked them to do. But as I said, the government will not be opposing the motion.
The Honourable Mark is anyone else seeking call? No. The Honourable Mark Buttigieg has moved item number 933 outside the order of precedence. The question is the motion be agreed to. All those in favour, please say aye. Those the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clerk will